Hello there, Huckleberries, and welcome to another stealth camping slash van life related video. For those of you who are new here, I started this channel when I moved into my Mazda 5 and traveled all over the US and Canada, stealth camping the majority of the time. I then was in dire need of an upgrade, so I decided to move out to Hawaii, where I'm actually work trading and living on a farm. So even though I'm not currently stealth camping, a lot of people ask me what van life is like out here on the Big Island. So I'm here to give you a small dose of knowledge that I've gained while being here and from the few times where I have stealth camped in a van on the Big Island of Hawaii. While van life culture is not overly prevalent out here from what I can tell, it is extremely van friendly. I find the general culture to be a you do you sort of situation where as long as you're not hurting or harming anyone or anything, people let you do what you want to do. So certain parts of the island of course, are a little bit more comfortable and used to seeing van dwellers, and there are plenty of them out there. And on the few instances where I've done it, I have received nothing but kindness and curiosity about my van. Basically just lots of compliments, which is awesome. Oh, and not my van, my friend's van, who she lets me use it sometimes, which is great because it's an amazing van. Check out the vlogs if you're, I don't know, check out the vlogs of the van adventures. Okay. The thing to note, however, is the few times where I have camped out in a van, they all happened on Hilo side, which is culturally a lot different from Kona side where I live. So again, it kind of just depends on where you are, but you can really pull it off anywhere out here, I would think. Temperature-wise, we're pretty temperate, but there's lots of microclimates, so you can easily drive out of a certain climate if you need to do that. Summer nights, for instance, get really warm at low elevations, and certain parts of the island have a breeze, and other parts of the island have almost no breeze. And then other parts, you'll just get blown away. So the wind levels, you know, can help, or you can simply just drive up to a higher elevation and camp out where it's nice and cool every night, no matter what time of year. As far as long-term van living goes, because I've only done it on short trips, but if I was to do it long-term out here, I would be most concerned about rat lung disease. For those of you who don't know, rat lung disease is a disease that you can get by eating unwashed produce. And certain parts of the island, it's more common than other parts. I personally don't know anyone that has rat lung, but it's still something that I was taught when I moved out here, and I am very on top of washing my produce. So the idea of living in a van without running water or without some tubs where you can actually soak all of your food and scrub it and be sanitary, I imagine it getting really expensive with food and stuff, because foraging is the best way to live out here. I'm no forager, I don't hardly know a thing about it, but I'm learning slowly and I see other people doing it, and I imagine foraging and van life going so well together, but you do need to be careful and you need to wash your produce. So that is kind of a random thing that crossed my mind when I was thinking about van life on Hawaii. Otherwise, I'd recommend it. It seems, like I said, very well accepted. People just kind of mind their own business. So I don't see a lot of fancy sprinter vans out here like you would see on the mainland or Australia perhaps, but there are a lot of old vans and a lot more of like that stealth camping kind of style, which I did back on the mainland as well. I don't know if you've gathered, but I have limited experience on this topic. However, I have received multiple questions on van life in Hawaii, so I'm just serving up the information I can, and I've compiled 3 really simple, pretty obvious tips to follow if you are going to come out here and experience Hawaiian van life. Step number 1, very obvious. Be respectful. Don't be loud. Don't be rude. Definitely don't litter. Just live aloha. Duh, it's obvious. Tip number 2 is probably the most useful tip, is get to know your neighbor. If you're at a beach or in a parking lot and you're intending on sleeping there and you're unsure, there are so many aunties and uncles around. You can just ask them, talk to them, get to know them. Again, be kind, be inquisitive. If you're learning and you seem eager to learn and you want to do things right and do things the way people will be happy about, all you have to do is ask. No one's gonna call the cops on you. No one's gonna be weirded out by you asking. I think enough people see van life and are familiar with van life, especially out here. People really just are so laid back and so chill. So just getting to know your neighbors next to you in the parking lot or people at the beach or whatever. If you're gonna park residential, which I've never tried, I've just done like beaches and stuff, as long as you're quiet, keeping to yourself, no one's gonna care. So don't be afraid to ask for help, and you will probably receive nothing but kindness, as long as you're not being a jerk. And then my third tip, keep everything dry, keep everything clean. Things out here grow so quickly, and if you're gonna live in a confined small space, it is so important for you to not be covered in mold. You will destroy your van and have a bad time while you do it. Just making sure that you clean up every day. Don't keep wet clothes in there. Make sure everything's nice and dried out. You know, don't go to sleep with wet hair. Just kind of think ahead as far as general hygiene goes because of the climate out here. You just gotta be prepared. So, I know this video was pretty basic, pretty to the point, but I'd love to know any of your follow-up questions and what your experience has been like living in a van on Hawaii and also the other islands. If you have any little doses of wisdom to share, I'm all ears and I'm sure everyone else is too. So write your stuff down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I am 100% pro van life, and if I can help other people to get out of their comfort zone and try something new, Hawaii is honestly a really good place to do it. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I hope you're all doing very well, and I look forward to seeing you all with another video so soon. Okay, bye. Peace.